Amps Ball is an embarrassment to anything and everything that's ever been posted to Steam. It is abysmal. It is just, I made a game. Look at my game. It's funny because it moves funny. It's impossible to play. I tried multiple times to give the most credit to the game, and here's the I should not have tried to give this game any credit. Look at the emoji rock paper scissors thing. You just goof around, and it supposedly there's like a soccer game, but there's not. It's not a game. It's nonsense. It's horrible. Couldn't get this one to work. There's another generic survivors like which auto fires for you but just misses the enemies. It just doesn't hit them. If I was firing myself, I would just lead the target. But as you can see when I'm trying to shoot this drone, it just misses. It just keeps missing. How can the game auto fire for me and miss? I don't get it. Beware the depths just didn't work. Arc Salvo has no reason to exist or be uploaded to Steam. At this point, I don't care how mean I am being to indie developers because it has to stop. This is not fun. It is barely working. It is just a ripoff of a game that came out decades ago. It's like Tanks meets Worms, but it's bad. It feels bad. It's not considered. Block catching has an okay art style, but is just tag that's not fun and doesn't work, and has matchmaking that's really frustrating, and mechanics that don't always work, and even the stair climbing up and down is inconsistent when you try to control it. It's not great. Hated it. 7 Years is a co-op horror game, much like the Lethal Company genre, where you go around and vibe and get spooked, and there's like things you have to do, like turn on a power generator. How many fucking times in horror games am I going to have to turn on power generators? I don't know, but a lot. This game is another one of them. It's literally just another one of these. So boring. Bit Blasters was boring, and that's not meant to be a tongue twister. It just was. You can hear in the background of my talking the incessant sound. It does not help at all. It's just constant. It never ends, and there's no way to avoid it because it's literally what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to shoot stuff, but just listen to that chirp. Be Human or Die Trying has a horrible Steam page, and I almost skipped it, but it is one of the few games that I think made me feel like going through games that didn't look very good with their cover art or trailer was worth it, because I did enjoy this. Be Human or Die Trying is a top-down zombie survival game, but it's got a Sims-like element to it where you're also having to manage like your hygiene and entertainment, and you have to go to the bathroom and you have to eat, and it sounds tedious, and I guess you could say it is, but it does add an element of complexity on top of just shooting zombies, where it's like an extra level of tension that's fun. It's not amazing, but if you're like, well, looking at this, you're like, that can't be fun. It's probably because you didn't spend hours playing the garbage. So this could be that it was like a breath of fresh air, but I do genuinely think that, like, outside of the art style, the really bad, unfortunate art style, I think that the game actually has something, and I do think managing like life sim type stuff with zombie survival is really fun. I'd like to see more of it. I'd like to see this game do something with it. I don't know that I could continue playing it with the art style looking like it does, but I did enjoy this. Being incremental is really good. It does the thing that incremental games are supposed to do, and it does it very well. It gives you a sense of progression. It makes you feel powerful. It makes you feel like you did something with your last hour and a half that you played it, even though you most definitely did not. And at the end of the game, you have this multitude of things going on the screen, and you can compare it to the beginning, and it feels good. Incremental games do have this sort of like casino-like time suck aspect to them, which I don't love. I know that I'm getting pulled into an incremental game the same way that old women are pulled into slot machines after they cash in on their husband's will, when their husbands die. And I kind of feel like that. I kind of feel like I'm purposelessly playing an incremental game to like make the time pass, and it doesn't feel important. And we got to talk about the best game about a bee, which is Bemis, the Curse of God, and that feels like a game. I'm gonna make a longer review video about that, but I'll bring up Bemis a lot because it really is just like a perfect example of what a game should be. And while I did love being incremental, I do also feel like it was kind of the video game equivalent of having a gun pointed to my head. And it wasn't like miserable, but I felt like I had to keep playing, not because anyone's making me, but because it is addicting. It is so addicting. It's gun to the head, maybe not the best example, but what I can tell you is a great example is someone putting a cigarette in your mouth and making you take a drag. That is the equivalent. And it feels really good, but I don't know that it's like a valuable experience, and it's not necessarily something that like encompasses what I want video games to be. But that wasn't supposed to be a pun. I really did like being incremental. I think it's a great incremental game. I have to be careful with incremental games. Bloodspill is really fun. I'll say it. It's one of the few that I really enjoyed. There's not many, but man, this was a random find. This just happened to appear in the list, the non-curated list. It was not trending. It was just like, here's a random assortment of games in this order. That's what NextFest likes to do on Mondays and Tuesdays. They don't actually start curating an algorithm for you until Wednesday. So I was pleasantly surprised. It's like one shot, one kill. You can melee or you can shoot with a crossbow. As you can see, I'm not great at aiming, but it's fun. And for a simple just like get in and play, match was super easy to get into. It was super easy to play with a friend. I loved it. It was great. I played dozens of Steam Next Fest games, and I'll be posting about them all week. So tune in tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. It's going to be a lot. Steam Next Fest is basically like an event for me, and I try to play as much as I can. And you could probably tell from what I've already said that this is pretty cynical. It's not great. This year is significantly worse than last year, but this channel is not always cynical commentary about indie games, but this week it is. So if you're here for that, then stay. And if you want to just get back to regular hijinks and goofs and bits, then the following Monday we will get back to regularly scheduled programming. Thanks for mopping.